Hi everybody, this is Jazz, aka Trend Trader for you. So what I did last couple days, I asked if anybody wanted me to take a look at their stocks, instrument, whatever it is, futures, forex, or stocks, and I'll take a look at those. And so I got a few lists, about 15, 16 stocks, and I'll go over those, and we'll go from here. And I will also do the SPY analysis because it's already in there. Somebody's asking for it, so I'll start off with the SPY. That way we know the direction of the market, or we can speculate technically what do we expect out of it going forward. So, and I will look at these as in uh, relative to the SPY as well. So let's look at the SPY first, which is, let's start off with the weekly chart. Okay, don't worry about these SMAs on the weekly. They pertain more onto the daily chart. So I'll be looking at mostly all the stocks that are you guys have listed. I'll go in the order, and I will be looking at the daily charts of it, not the weekly, because it's just too much work. But I will definitely look at them in the daily time frame. So as for the SPY weekly, we talked about how last week this low was broken, right? And was waiting for some kind of reversal. Obviously, that reversal happened to the weekly chart, and in the daily, I was talking about in this area. If the price goes above here, I'm long. If it goes below, then we're short. And sure enough, price tackled above. Right here, right around here, this day, which was 7:13. Obviously, there was a day trade in it, gap and go kind of trade, and we talked about maybe one of the videos or maybe one of the posts that I did that once it gaps up, more likely the gap would more likely continue in that direction, which obviously it did. And in fact, the trend line tool here, we are reaching somewhat of a trend line resistance, so definitely keep an eye on that. But based on the price action that we saw, I need to see again some kind of resistance, some kind of a reversal signal to say, you know what, it's ready to go down. But right now, all I'm seeing is a green candles to the upside and bullish. Okay, we are making a lower high, so in the daily, so you have to be cautious about that. Are we gonna keep on staying bullish till we get a reversal? Yes, we're gonna see somewhat of a bullish uptrend. This candle right here, a lot of people call this would call it a hammer. It's actually not a hammer. It's a hanging man candle. It's a reversal candle, but it's not providing a confirmation yet. Till there's a confirmation, it might just base out here a few days and possibly even move up and make another high above this and then above this, and very well it could happen. Price is above 200-day, 20, and your 50 SMA. Okay, uh, so we'll just have to see what kind of future price action we're gonna get out of it. Okay, and there are a lot of areas where, for instance, there's a gap fill area in here. There's a gap fill area in here, and there's a demand in here. Okay, which could be uh, filtered out, which could be refined in a smaller time frame, going to hourly or even 2 hourly to see where the demand is or where the support is. Okay, so that's just SPY analysis. Okay, let's look at a somebody had asked about Euro USD, so let's look at that. So Euro USD, so in your daily chart, always remember that you have your 200-day, 50, and 20 SMA that I look at. Okay, not so much as in the weekly chart. Weekly chart, I look at something else, but you want to keep these SMAs on a daily chart. Also, when I analyze all these stocks that are in here, okay, uh, what I'll be talking about is support resistance. Okay, where's the nearest support or resistance is, what the trend is. Maybe I'll go into the candlesticks. If I see some reversal, I'll point it out. If not, then obviously there isn't any reversal yet. Okay, let's move this out. So Euro USD, I see somewhat of a look at this downtrend, right? You have somewhat of a downtrend in here. Okay, you can call it somewhat of a descending kind of triangle. The trend is down, but we are coming to an area where price bounced up from the last time. Okay, bounced up from the last time. There's a trap underneath. So this is the area that I will be concentrating on for somewhat of a move to the upside. Okay, that area that could act. People think that a lot of traders, okay, this is support here, but that this is actually a trap right underneath it, and price is approaching. So we'll see in a few hours once the market opens. Today's Sunday. We'll see if we have somewhat of a bounce or probably some kind of continuation to the downside, and then maybe a day or two we'll might see a reversal, might not. But right now it's bearish. Okay, right now it's bearish. Possibly need a reversal from the bounce to the upside, but this is the area where you want to be concentrating on for somewhat of a reversal happening. Okay, again, we're below 20, 50, and all the 20 SMAs. So basically all the SMAs were down, and we're seeing again, you can draw all these trend lines to help you out. Okay, for instance, you can draw this trend line. So 1, 2, third test could possibly have some of the reversal, also in some of the support. So that's actually a little bit more confirmation to look for around this area. Okay, so that's your Euro USD analysis. The next one is ES. That Euro USD was requested by Ian, right? Okay, and then my friend requested ES, which is similar to your SPY analysis, right? We talked about it. And since your futures are mostly for day trading purposes, so let's go into the personally for me, I'm just going to go into 30 minutes, drop down into see if there is again only SMAs. These SMAs only pertain to the daily chart. So what I see in here as a support area, obviously your trend is up, right? Higher highs and higher lows in 30 minutes. Okay, so this is somewhat of your support area right around here. Okay, so watch for price to come down, see some kind of reversal and bounce up. Again, you guys got to remember that this is where it broke out of. Okay, this is where it broke out of. Possibly price could come down in here, put some reversal in there, and bounce up to possibly put another higher high and continuation of the uptrend. So that's where I would be looking as far as your bounce to the upside for somewhat of a continuation of the uptrend. And resistance wise, we are at the resistance. It was tested once again to the left, tested again, so that's the second test of the same resistance area, but you have another resistance right in here too. So kind of little traps hidden. As far as there's one, we'll see how this acts out. We don't know what the market is going to open at, but gonna be a challenging resistance right around here. So we'll see once the price comes in here, possibly even break this and goes higher. But again, that's just candle by candle, just like I see, guys. Just like I always say, you want to put some short trades. It's your call, but you definitely have to treat on what you see, right? If you are not looking at the trend, looking at or treating the trend as is goes, you need to change your thesis. If you see a reversal, you can be bearish, but if you see some reversal coming in, for instance, I was definitely bearish. Okay, I was more than bearish around this area, and we talked about it last week that I'm definitely bearish below this. Price bounced up, and obviously I'm more bullish now, right? And it's been bullish right after this price broke out for 1, 2, 3, for almost 4 to 5 days on it, especially on the SPY. Okay, so let's look at the next one, which was DL Zulfan. DL, very low volume stock, right? Yeah, this is, if you look at the volume in here, daily average volume is actually less than 150,000. Definitely around probably around 100,000. Watch the spread on it. Okay, you want to be careful on trading these kind of stock. I mean, you definitely can. That's not a problem, especially for a swing trade. But if you're trading volume actually picked up from here on and to the downside. Let's see, I do have to go into the weekly sometimes to see if where's the support and resistance areas are at. uh, let's see, so that's your somewhat of a support area, so possibly see if you see some kind of bounce out of here. Okay, obviously you have a lot of resistance here. Okay, that's a lot of resistance right there, goes up price could retest the past support and come down, and uh, even come down to put another downtrend. Weekly wise, somewhat of a sideways, breaking out of this sideways action in here. Be careful, or being long on this one. And if it does, you can possibly see around this area being tested for possibly move up from here on a reversal. Remember, right? Daily wise, let's go back in here onto the daily. Definitely bullish, definitely bearish, not bullish. Definitely bearish. If you look at the trend line, it's forming the trend line and following the path of this trend line. If you want to look for some kind of trade up, watch above this. Okay, again, these are all my just simple opinions, educated opinions, not advice. So whatever you do, always do your own homework, always check on the fundamentals, read up on the news, whatever. Okay, but looking like more like a bearish flag. But this could be, if the price goes up, closes above this, could possibly be the failure of the bearish flag. Otherwise, watch price to move down from here, okay, to the continuation to the downside. You can keep on shorting it with your stop, as if you know how to look at the trends. Okay, that's how you're gonna manage your stops on stocks like this. Then you have fit. Fit. Oh, Nicholas, he chose the right one because he is all about fitness, man. This guy is all ripped up. Obviously, he actually has given me a lot of good advice, but I just can't eat right for some reason. Anyways, guys, so FIT, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful trend, as you could see in a daily, right? And trend is your friend till it bends, right? So this is beautiful, broke out of this resistance area, and this is where if price comes down in here, possibly look for some kind of reversal to the upside. But I do see a high wave doji. Again, candles are candles. You need to have a support, resistance, the trends uh, in conjunction when you're looking at the candlesticks, right? There is nothing to the left of it. So high wave doji could be just simply resting. It could be resting before it rips up another move out of here. Okay, just follow the trend. Follow the trend rather than shorting. Keep on looking for somewhat of a reversal to the pullback area to go to the long side. Okay, and possibly even let me go in this, possibly even look for some kind of long right above this area, above 48.33, to see another move up. And this could keep ripping, guys, and possibly put your stop right underneath. You want to keep it tight only because it is a IPO, only been here for a month or two, and you need to see some history when you're trading IPOs. Don't just simply trade on the first day, unless you believe in the company fundamentals and all that. But personally, when I trade, I want to look at some kind of history behind it. And as a day trader, you know what, you can trade anything you want, because if you're looking at 15-minute, you do see a lot of history behind it. So yes, this is definitely a consolidation area. Watch above this to possibly put another leg up. Otherwise, as far as day trades, I'm not gonna go deep into the day trade wise. It's gonna take too much of the time, but I definitely watch this area for price to come down in here. Possible pullback. There's another trap right underneath too. So see if you can put alerts on there to help you out as far as getting on board on this trend to the upside. Okay. Then we have SPY. We did that one. VLTC. Tom's actually, he called me one day and we actually talked for a couple hours. So, and it was good talking. Anyways, guys. So VLTC, very nice uptrend has started on here. I actually didn't even notice the stock until you guys told me about it, and all I'm seeing right now had a huge, climactic kind of move. Just kept ripping up, from all the way from 4 to 21, and obviously came down in here and putting somewhat of a reversal in. Okay, kind of late to get on board, personally speaking, right? It would have been, the entry was right here. Okay, this is hindsight, but you guys know me, when I talk there is no actually hindsight. But if I looked at it, I would have told you, this is where the entry was. What I would do at this point is, if you're in, I want to take profits. Okay, I definitely want to take some off. There is some resistance right around this area, but it's a nice trend. It's putting up a beautiful trend. If you see, I would wait for some kind of pullback. If it comes down here, this is the best pullback right here, and possibly move to the upside. But this is the best place to look for a pullback. I do have to go into the day trade because a lot of volume has picked up here, so I am gonna go down into a little bit smaller time frame to see if there are areas where you can pick up more of a VLTC. This area right there is very interesting. Okay, again, this is, remember we talked about the first leg, the second leg of the support. So this is where you want to be looking at for possible another bounce. However, I do like this area. Again, every time frame that you look at, you have to look at them separately, right? You, as far as your swing trade, this is where you want to be looking at. This could also be turned into a day trade, but if you want to be patient, put your alert here, let the alerts work. If it comes, good. If it doesn't come, that's fine. If you are eager to take some kind of day trades out of it, possibly could have a move to the downside. Okay, move to the downside around this area, look for possible reversal, and to the upside again. Okay, a little trap right underneath, which actually falls right at the daily past resistance too. So I kind of like this area. So I rather, again, there are 5,000 stocks out there, more than that. So you don't have to choose something that you want to force. Let the price come to you, see the reversal, then get on the board. Okay, so hopefully that helps. If that breaks, I see a support right around here. Okay, at this area. All right, ROG Mark. I think he was one of the members of the other group. Wow, what a downtrend, guys! What a beautiful downtrend. These are the stocks that makes you money. Keep on moving stop. Prior candles high, and this keeps on. I do have to go down into weekly to look at Actually, I don't, because I already see a somewhat of an area where possibly, oh, the earnings are coming out, so be careful on that. So right around here, it's actually price isn't. Uh, this is there is a support underneath, but price could possibly bounce out of here. It's very close. The price is right in that smack, right in the support area. So possibly wait for the reversal. Actually, I like it. I like this one, and I'm going to put uh, alert for myself above this candle only because once it makes that breaks prior day's high, I want to be interested in it. So I might keep watching it. If it's not on my alert system, I won't watch it. So at least with the alert, if it goes above here, I'll be interested in watching to the upside. So this is definitely a nice one. Rogers Corporation. I don't know what that is, so definitely always do your homework as far as reading up on their fundamentals. Okay, let's speed up a little bit. UWTI. This is your this pertains to crude oil, right? Uh, uh, in this, all I see is a downtrend. You're definitely below 20 all the SMAs, but we are reaching, excuse me, the support area. Somewhat a hammer candle, but actually has, or even a dragonfly doji. If you want to look, you can look that up. Had somewhat of a hammer in here, never had to follow through, but see some we could see, let's see how what the crude oil does today. We could see possibly bounce out of here to the upside, but trend is down. I want to see more confirmation, and that is what I go over exactly how to tackle these kind of trades so that you don't get slaughtered every single time you are in the trade and getting killed. By the way, I did have a three people session last week where we went through, we analyzed a lot of charts. We analyzed what we talked about was the candlesticks, and believe me or not, after you've done your trends, your support, you need to know about the candlesticks. Okay, how they work, how can you tackle the trade, how can you use them for stops or even exits. And we kind of drilled into it. It was a great session, and I hope that those three the traders that took the benefit of taking the session will the session that they got will change how they think about trading. Okay, how they think about getting in or getting out of the trade. So anyways, Facebook, Travis, that was UWTI was Zoran's. So Facebook is Travis. Nothing wrong with this. Beautiful beard. No, don't even short it. I wouldn't even short it because there is no reasoning for you to short. Earnings are coming up, so be careful on that. You know, that's one thing about technical analysis, where fundamental takes over technical analysis is your um, earnings. It could go either way, so that's why I don't trade anything that is very close to the earnings. I, want to be really careful on it. Okay. Uh, so this is an area gap fill you want to be looking at. If price comes down here, possible pullback, and uh, can get back on this trade again. The earnings could possibly, from the earnings, price could very likely open in here, right? But that is why you don't trade the earning plays. You, unless you're completely fundamental and holding it, that's totally fine. But that's your call. I don't, other than that, I don't see anything else. Day trades in here, has to be the gap fill. Possibly even this area. Price already bounced up from here. Watch for the price to come down and see if there is a somewhat of a reversal around this area or the break of the high of the day. All right, yes. So watch right above the high of the day. That could be another trade in here. Okay, but this is definitely extended to the, if you want to take it to the swing side. Remember, when you're taking swing trading, you want to buy at a wholesale and sell it at retail, right? So always have that mentality that you don't want to buy something that is super high. Okay, you want to buy something on pullbacks. Okay. All right, so next one, AMZN by Sandra. Hope you're doing okay. All right, Sandra, same thing. This is actually same story as a beautiful man. Price broke out of this sideways action. So this is what I see as of your possible pullback in here. See a possible pullback around this here for here to another move to the upside. Also, this is where the price broke out of. So keep an eye on this. Put your alert here. Put your alert here on these two areas. And again, the earnings are coming out. I think I'm writing a note on Amazon too. So I'll see. I'll have to research on the fundamentals on this one. Okay, so go back into smaller time frame to see an area where you can, as a day trader, you can take that, right? So keep an eye on this area right there. Okay, to a possible pulse back, possible to the upside. It's pretty close to already bounced up from. This is a nice area right around here. Okay, so which is very close to the daily. So I'll rather just wait for this one. Okay, again, you don't have to take every single trade. You just tackle the best ones that are out there. Okay. LOW Allen. Okay. Interesting one. Trend line, right? Trend line to the downside. Let me go to the weekly. It is off of the 50 SMA. Somewhat of a, okay, I see this area as as somewhat of a support. Another one's way over here at 52, but it has to uh, cross this one to get there. So let's go down to daily, see where the line is. Yes, that kind of makes sense. So keep an eye on this area right there, okay? For the price to come down, see a bounce to the upside, or see if it did have somewhat of a bullish a reversal on here. So keep an eye right above this, okay? Right above that 68.68. See if you see somewhat of a reversal, let the candle close. Once it closes, you have a trade to the upside, and once it goes up, then your breakout traders possibly will be coming once it breaks the trend line and to the upside. There is a resistance in here that would be your target around this one, okay? But let's just keep it. It is definitely a downtrend, but looking a little bit bullish, but it has to break above this for me to say, okay, it looks like a long. If not, then this is the area where you want to be looking at. Okay. GPRO, what's up, Doug? Okay. GPRO earnings are coming out, like he was saying. Uh, it actually did bounce out of here, so that was a trade right out of here. Could be a long to the upside with your stop right underneath. Okay, it did also break out this trend line and actually ended up closing this. So this is, as of right now, I do see it as a trade setup. But here's the catch: the earnings is the catch. Okay, got to be very careful. On Tuesday, the earnings come out. Okay, and it is above these SMAs. It is also right at the 200 SMA too. So just be careful on this. If you're trading it fundamentally, that's you have to do all the research. But technically, it's a long. But your earnings coming out, so I would not touch this personally. Okay, if you're trading it or swing trading it even. Netflix by Bobby. Hope you're doing okay. Okay. Oh wow, look at the Netflix now. Wow, this is isn't this the one that had the biggest move or something? For the Netflix ever in the history, 84 points or something like that. Was it this one or no? It was forgot. Oh, Google. It was the Google. So it did nothing wrong. The trend is up. What I would do is rather than shorting, I would look for this is the area where it bounced out of. Obviously, price might not just come here within a day. Since it gapped up on the earnings are probably good. I would go down to a smaller time frame to look for an area right around here to see uh, for it to put a reversal once it comes down and possibly could have a trade in it. Other way to trade is to take the high that high of the break of the high of the um, that day 117.88 to the long side, but prices gotta remember buying at wholesale, selling at retail. Are you buying at wholesale right now? I don't think so. Not as swing wise, okay? I don't care. The price just keeps on going, but you want to wait for decent pullbacks and buy on those pullbacks and on a possible reversals. Okay, so that's your Netflix. SCMP by Ben. Okay, we're almost there. Beautiful, beautiful uptrend. Broke out at this high. Again, this is somewhat of a climactic move from 17 to 22. The trade was right around here. Break of this 1754 area, right out of this ascending kind of triangle looking above all the SMAs. 15. Keep an eye on this area, okay? Keep an eye on this area right there. Okay, and also keep an eye on this gap fill area. Okay, possible move down here could give you opportunities to get back in. Let me see if there is. Yes, definitely this area. I like this area. Okay, keep an eye on this to see some of the reversal. And there's a lot of support areas, right? Always remember, when you have more support than more resistance, think which way you want to go. Okay, if you're seeing more support than a resistance, keep trading the trend. And right now, keep trading the trend to the upside, but on pullbacks. XBI mark. What's the mark? Mark. Wow, you guys are picking up nice ones. Beautiful uptrend, right? Again, most of these guys have already done its move. Okay, probably the trade would have been right around here. Okay, and or you know what, this doesn't look that bad because you know what your risk is. Because if you go long right around here on a Spider Biotech, your stop would be right here. Okay, if you can take that, sky's the limit, right? Shoot up to the moon. I don't care where it goes. It could go up to Pluto or something. But that's what I see as of right now. Possible long trade. They stop here. You can go down a smaller time frame to see if there's any more levels or around definitely the gap fill that we talked about. There is a little bit of trap in here, but I rather like this one. This area, I like the gap fill area after that one, which also falls on the daily, right, which is right here. ETSY. Okay, Jason, ETSY. And this was the trade. This was the trade that I listed, and I'm proud of that. This was listed, talked about in a Facebook group. I don't know exact numbers, but I said look for long above, or ETSY is long above 17, 35, 37 area. What happened, guys? That day, I actually traded it 3 times on a Friday. Went up from 17 all the way to 22. And again, nobody's perfect. Who knows that it was going to go from 17 to 22? So I pulled out fast, got in again, pulled out fast, got in again, pulled out fast. But that's what day trading is. you maximize your profits as much as you can, lower your risk. Okay, but yes, this could have been a nice. It actually looks really bullish, right? Look at the volume behind it. This is I actually wrote a note a while back on this one. Beautiful downtrend, break of this downtrend out of this. So this is a beautiful setup, right? This is what you want to be looking above 20 and a 50 SMA on there. Look for pullbacks. If it pulls back, which I doubt it might, you could see a move to the upside. Okay, watch for this pullback, and you can definitely go into the smaller time frames, try to see which one. Yes, if it pulls back right around here, but 21 area could have a possible another move to the upside. I don't like this wiki in here, wicks, even though this is the area where price mostly um, took place, but the or price traded at the most of the time. The price did as well traded right around here. It could be few trades, but it did come down in here. So it is part of your whole trade plan that, okay, where my stop gonna go, under this or under this area. That's for you to decide. Okay, but this is definitely gonna be on watch list for till it has this. It's gonna have a lot of momentum, so definitely keep an eye on for the day trade. A little bit of a spread on it, but that's fine. You can always lower your position size on it. Ahmad asked for CZR. Is that Caesar? Oh boy, this is a beaten down downtrend, right? As you can see, beautiful downtrend. Let me look at the weekly to see if there is any. Ah, this is interesting, guys. This is very interesting. Seeing somewhere that's a support. I'm also seeing a reversal happening uh, in the daily chart, which I'll show you right now. But the weekly definitely downtrend, but we are at the somewhat of a support. But this looks like a bearish flag in the daily, but possibly this could be a failure of the bearish flag. Okay, which is right above 7,715, 732 area for the long side. So let's go into the daily. Oh yes, I kind of like this one. This will be on my watch for sure. These are the trades that you call uh, beat up stocks, okay, and beat up but not as beat up as their fundamentals. Okay, again, I have to look into it. Caesars is obviously, summer's coming up, so they might drive up the casinos to the upside, but it's just, again, false speculation. I don't believe in what I say. I want to believe in what I see, right? But this is an area where I will be definitely interested, with possibly even a stop underneath this. Okay, so keep an eye on this, and there is a little bit of trap in here, but I do like it from the weekly support, and you're seeing a lot of potential in this all the way till this area, till 922. Again, got to be careful. This is still a downtrend. It hasn't broken the downtrend yet, and the weekly is definitely downtrend, but this is a low risk kind of setup. What you're getting right now is a wholesale price. Okay, what you will be selling it at a retail price, which is always going to be here, right? You don't want to buy a washer at a $900 and sell it at a $700. You want to buy the washer or whatever iPhone, whatever you're buying, at a $500 and sell that for $1,000, so you can make some profit. So hopefully, guys, that helps, and appreciate you all jumping in, and we'll do more of this from here on, and I'll talk to you guys later. Take care and have a great weekend.